God, it's Thomas the Franchise.
Polo to the flow though. You already know though. It's Adamville for real. You see it, ho, just take a photo. I'm reppin' as on.
What is going down, y'all? Welcome back to the most underrated sneaker channel on YouTube. Your words, not mine. Today, man, it is Monday and it's cold as shit out here in the CO. I'm outside waiting for my aunt's dog. Where'd he go? I don't know where he's at, but I have to come outside with this fool so he can go to the bathroom because he got sprayed by a skunk like a couple months back. And so he's been like scared to come out here by himself ever since then. And especially now that it's getting cold outside, this fool really doesn't want to come outside. Not to mention he's deaf and he's kind of going, like, he can't see very well. He's 14 years old. He's a 14-year-old pug, man. So he probably just wandered right into that skunk, just got blasted, you know? So now he's all freaked out, got me outside in the cold, talking to y'all out here, but it's all good. There's so much stuff for us to talk about, man. The Broncos getting their ass kicked yesterday in Philadelphia, the iPhone 10 launching, which I did cop. If you follow me on Snapchat or the gram, you saw that. Complex Con, a ton of different sneakers dropping over there. What did I cop this weekend? So let's get into it all. Number one, the Broncos, like I said, the East Coast games. It's a 1 o'clock start on the East Coast, but it's still 11 a.m. with the players' body clock, and for some reason, they show up tired, they show up lethargic, they don't even get off the plane. I mean, the same thing happened earlier this year in Buffalo when we played them early. It was an 11 o'clock Mountain Time kickoff. Not making excuses by any means. They just struggle in those spots. I don't know what it is. But all respect to the Eagles, man. They came out and showed why they are the best team in the league. They dominated our offensive line. They dominated our defensive line. Their tight ends and running backs out of the backfield catching those little passes. They know our linebackers can't cover, so that's the way you beat the no-fly zone. They didn't really take a ton of shots downfield. They didn't really challenge the outside. They challenged the underneath, and that's how you beat the Broncos defense, man. They play a lot of man coverage, so if you got tight ends and backs that can beat those linebackers, that's the way to get it done, and they did just that. It was just a bad performance all around. The line wasn't blocking for anything. People are talking about, oh, Osweiler's not the answer, whatever. Like, I don't know if he is or he isn't the answer, but nobody's the answer if the team can't block. You know what I mean? Like, if someone drops back and there's guys in their face like that, they're going to be throwing interceptions. They're going to be making bad decisions because they don't have any time and they don't want to get sacked, so they're throwing the ball up in the air. As far as the quarterback conversation goes, I don't even care about that. We got to fix the line before we try to even talk about the quarterback. But nonetheless, the roughest part of the schedule is over. Those 3 road games were vicious. We come back. We got Brady at home this weekend. It's Sunday night. Hopefully the team will come out and play some inspired football. Hopefully Denver will show up and make some noise. We're definitely not out of the wild card spot just yet, but if we lose this Sunday night, that's about to be a wrap on that. But again, Philly, man, they're a beast. They're going to be a team to contend with in the NFC. They did not play down to their competition. They knew it was a beat-up Denver team. No one was giving Denver a chance, and I thought initially yesterday, I thought we would play better. I thought we would play inspired football. I thought the line played better against the Chiefs. I thought we ran the ball well against the Chiefs. We just had bad quarterback play. The defense played well against the Chiefs. So I was like, man, if we just get the quarterback play fixed this week, we really got a shot. And we had no shot. Philly was just better, hands down. Like, there's not even a lot you could say, man. They were just a better team. They just pushed us all over the field. But that's enough on that. iPhone 10, I did cop. If you follow me on any other form of social media, you saw that I copped the phone. I've been using it since Friday. It is now Monday. So with a few days under my belt, I'll go ahead and take a look at the phone for you guys. We'll look at it. We'll compare size to the 7, to the 8 Plus, how it compares. Talk about some of the stuff I like, some of the stuff I don't like. We'll do all that when we get back tonight. As far as sneakers in this vlog, we're going to take a look at the Ultra Boost ATR Oreo, the ones with the black boost. Super sick pair. And again, I posted on my social media that they are 3M, which I didn't even know. I didn't know the shoe was 3M until I got it. That was a really nice surprise. I was really pumped about that. So I'll show you guys all that. We'll take a look at that stuff in this video. Complex Con, that was also this weekend. There was a ton of sneakers that dropped, a ton of Complex Con exclusives. I think about 75% of the shoes that dropped at Complex Con will have a wider release date later on. The U-Nerd NMD, those are the hardest NMDs, and those definitely probably won't have a wider release. Looks like they'll be super limited. The other Trail Sole NMDs are coming out later this month. I think they come out Saturday, actually, the 11th maybe. I'm not really positive because I don't really care too much about them, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the colorway. I don't know if it's, I don't really know what I'm not feeling, but something about it just makes me not want to put in all the work that's going to be required and pay the money that's going to be required to get the shoe. For me, it's just one of those situations where the juice ain't worth the squeeze. And maybe I'll change my mind when I get them in hand. I feel the same way about the TV static NMDs. Dallas wants to cop those, so we'll be able to take a look at them, but I'm not sure that that's something that I really am gunning for. Maybe I'll change my mind in hand. But all right, let's wrap this up. I got to get to work. I got to go find this dog. It is getting cold out here, but we'll take a look at the new iPhone. We'll take a look at those ATR mids when we get back tonight. Even when it's cold outside, I got the month of May, I guess. Oh, whoo, you know what these are?
Shoes, obviously.
Shoes, obviously.
Or mine.
Shoes, Jimmy Choo's.
No, they're not.
How do you know? You don't know? You don't know about my life. You know about that Jimmy Choo life? I think these are perfect for a day like today. I guess you say what can make me feel this way? Jimmy Choo's. Don't be looking at my shoes.
I'll try not to.
Oh, what's up, man? How are you?
Good, yourself?
Just doing it big over here. He was like, yeah, I know you're not good at doing your job, but I got it for you. Don't worry. I'll just expect you to hit me with some Venmo later.
That's why
She's not up here. Yeah, she's not up here. She's not hitting up at her job.
See ya.
All right, see you later, man.
Don't you all?
Oh, his key.
Talk about doing your job.
Come around the corner, I slipped on this dust. Did you see me peel out around the corner? Almost broke my ankle.
Really?
I was like, these Ultra Boosts are not good for like cutting. Any kind of cutting, you'll roll your ankle faster than you can say Bob's your uncle. Ankle roll, like that. Get your roll on real quick. You want to get your roll on? Try to do some cutting in Ultra Boost.
Oh, those are the ones you were talking about.
The bottom is so clean right now, but it's not going to be clean later.
Is that new monster?
It's the Gronk monster. You know about the Gronk monster?
No, actually not.
You know who Gronk is?
That guy.
that guy. That's Rob Gronkowski, tight end for the Patriots. Let's see what's up with these things. Ooh, these are a tighter fit than my other ones. Plus my other ones are just kind of stretched out. Oh no. You know why?
Why?
They're not tighter fit. I'm stupid. They're still laced up factory.
Duh, Zach.
Oh really? Alright, Sneak Queen. You should start a Twitter. The Sneak Queen! I'm the Sneak Queen. I get all the exclusives. How's that salad? How's that salad?
Pretty good.
You know my cousin? You ever met my cousin Salah? Ooh, those are fire. See me down the runway? See me do my walk like this?
Oh god. From side to side.
Like this? Yeah.
That is something.
Hell yeah. I can't because they're too grippy. They don't really slide. Slide to the right. Crisscross. You know that one, Jared? New shoes? Who's this? Are you sure Gronkowski's a Polish last name?
I don't know. He is Polish, but I forgot.
I used to know a guy named Jack Gorski.
Really?
Polish.
Yeah. Polish humor.
I'm just kidding. I made that whole thing up. I never knew a guy named Jack Gorski.
You're such a liar.
I swear I never knew a Jack Gorski.
Such a liar.
Just a joke. It was just a little Polish humor for your day. All right, guys, we are back home. Before we get into taking a look at the sneakers, I told you I would give you a quick rundown on the iPhone 10 or iPhone X, whatever you want to call it. I had a lot of people on social media ask me if I'm going to do a review. I'm not going to do like a full review. This is not a tech channel, but I'll kind of give you some ins and outs and what I like, what I don't like. So let's start off with the look of the phone. I do have the silicone Apple case on mine, and you notice this is cut super, super tight to the camera. So there's really no way to see what color. The phone only comes in two colors. It comes in this space gray color, which is like a really dark kind of gray, and then it's got like this gunmetal look on the sides. And then the other one is silver, and it's got like a chrome all the way around. This is like a chrome hit instead of this gunmetal type of look. Actually, the back looks just like this. This is the Plus, the 8 Plus, but this is the silver version. This one is not chromed out along the sides. It's like silver along the sides, but the new one is like a chrome, like a mirror chrome finish. The biggest difference is the front on the iPhone 10 is black on both of them. There's no white front offered. It's black on both. And then you got either this silver / white looking back, or you got this space gray back. Sizing on the phone. So this is the iPhone 10. This is the iPhone 7 or 8. They're exactly, the 7 and 8 are the exact same size. If we're lining them up, the bottom's even, phone's just a little bit taller. Not a huge difference there. It's just a tad taller. They're about the same. I mean, maybe this is just a tad like fatter. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't really notice a difference in thickness. The biggest difference here is this thing is all screen. There's nothing on the bottom. There's no home button down there. Up on top, goes all the way to the top except for the little cutout for the speaker hole. And that's how that looks. So the whole thing is screen. There's really not any wasted space on it. Screen goes pretty much all the way to the edge, all the way to the top corners, and then all the way to the bottom. That's the comparison to the 7 or 8. It's just a little bit bigger. Comparing it to the Plus, quite a bit smaller than the Plus. So we do the same thing here. We kind of Put them together at the bottom. There's your difference in size as far as the Plus goes when you match the phone bottom to bottom. As far as the screen goes though, the iPhone 10 screens, even though this phone's smaller, the screen's actually bigger because there's not that wasted space that you get at the top and bottom of the iPhone 8 Plus or 7 Plus or 6S Plus or 6 Plus. All those are the exact same design. The real difference is the wireless charging and the glass back on the 8 Plus. Other than that, design-wise, pretty much the exact same. So that's kind of the rundown as far as the sizing. And the reason I bring that up is because I think the iPhone 10 is the most perfect sized iPhone. The screen is still big because they didn't waste any of that space at the top and bottom, but the phone itself, it still fits in the hand nicely. It's not too big, but it's not too small, so you still get a good screen size. It does have wireless charging, just like the 8 and 8 Plus. The Face ID function is fire on this thing. See how it has a lock up at the top, and see how it just says notification, notification, notification. When I look at it, now it unlocks at the top and it shows me what all those notifications say. So it's pretty cool. If you leave your phone sitting around, it'll show you there's a bunch of notifications, but it's not going to show you the content of it until you actually look at the phone. Then the screen opens up, and then that actually allows you to swipe up and unlock the phone. That works really, really well. I haven't had any issues with Face ID. I've been wearing beanies. I've been wearing sunglasses. I've been in the dark. I actually went to the Jeezy concert last night, the 444 tour here in Denver. Super, super sick.
Before they ask you what happened to you.
But I was taking some pictures and stuff, and it was super dark in there, but right when I pulled the phone out and looked at it, boom, the lock opened up and I was able to unlock the phone right away. I didn't have to really use the passcode or anything like that. So the Face ID is dope. Like, it works really, really well. You could tell Apple took their time with it. As far as other people being able to hack it or being able to get into it, I haven't explored all that. I haven't messed with all that. There is no fingerprint scanner anymore. I know that was an issue for a lot of people, but it's all Face ID now. The other thing that really stands out to me that's just head and shoulders above everything else is the camera. The rear camera, the front-facing camera, just ridiculous as far as taking pictures. The portrait lighting feature, incredible. It definitely takes the photos and the video on this to a different level, especially the photos. If you use that portrait lighting, between the depth of field and blurring out the background and focusing in on the subject, like, it really makes the photos seem like professional photos. I was very, very impressed with the camera. I didn't really know what to expect because as iPhones, you know, as new iPhones have released, yeah, the camera's gotten better each one, but it was kind of like a gradual getting better. But with this one, it's like a huge jump. It's a noticeable difference right away from the old to the new. Overall, if you're having to make a choice between the 8 or the iPhone 10, I would definitely go with the 10. It is worth the wait. The camera alone is definitely worth it. If you like to take selfies, you like to take a bunch of pictures with your friends, the camera on it's incredible. There are a couple little things that are going to take some getting used to, some different quirks. Number one, there's no battery percentage up at the top corner anymore. So like where it used to show the percentage, it doesn't show that anymore. And I think it's because they just ran out of screen room. Like, the screen is cut off in the middle because that's where the speaker hole is. So in order to see that percentage, it's not really a big deal, but you just pull down the control center and then now it shows you 77% right there. Kind of shows you all the details. The other thing about that, since there is no home button, it's all gestures. Whenever you open something up, like if I open Maps up, to close it, you just swipe up. So, oops, you swipe up from the bottom and that closes your apps. There's no more home button to go home. You just swipe up and it automatically takes you home. You swipe up and kind of hold and pause, and that'll take you to whatever you were in previously. So that's kind of how that works. As far as multitasking and double clicking the home button before, that'll take a little bit of getting used to. Notification panel, you still can pull down, but you have to pull down kind of from this side or from the middle to pull down your notifications. If you pull it down on this side, that's what pulls your control center. Before, you swiped up to get your control center. It's not like that anymore. So those are a couple little things that you'll have to get used to, and that's just gestures. I'm definitely used to it now. I've been using it this weekend, but I was used to it after like the first day. It really wasn't that big of a deal for me. As far as recommendation, I would highly recommend the iPhone 10 over the 8 Plus, over the 8. I think it's the perfect size, man. It's a nice right in between size, but you still get the bigger screen. I'm very, very happy with the phone. I have noticed the battery life has been a little bit worse than my Plus, but that could just be because I've been on it a lot every day, figuring out new things, learning new things, kind of exploring the phone, messing with it. So I'm not sure that it's actually getting worse battery life. That's something I'll just have to kind of keep an eye on, but it may just because my usage is up. That's just kind of a quick overview on the phone. If you have any other questions on it, hit me up on social media, leave a comment. I'll try to answer them back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, that is the iPhone 10. All right, let's take a look at these sneakers, man. Here's the box label for you. These actually came from Sneaker Politics. Retail price of $240. I have seen these restocking here and there. I've seen a couple people able to get them for like $220, $215. So just different outlets offering a discount code or whatever it may be. I started wearing these joints right when I got them. Bang. There we are. The Ultra Boost ATR Mid Oreo. Look around the shoe. First things first, man, I really love the shoe, just the mids in general. I love my burgundy pair. I've been wearing the crap out of them. I don't think I took them off. I was wearing those things every single day because it's been cold here. And now I'm doing the same thing with these ones, man. A lot of people were turned off about the white outsole. For me, it did not really bother me. I didn't really care because the whole shoe is black and gray. So if the outsole gets dirty, it looks like a dark gray or it looks like a, you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal to me. But for some people, that made them not really want to cop the shoe, man. The other huge surprise, as I was mentioning earlier, is these are 3M. And what's crazy is, like, I have a light shining on here. You still can't even see the 3M. They just kind of look like normal Ultra Boost. The light has to hit it a certain way when I'm standing in the sun, a certain way where it's maybe darker and some headlights hit it. Like, it really has to hit it that way for the 3M to show up. My homie Thomas Yee sent me a picture like the day before I got him, and he was like, yo, are yours 3M? You're the only one I know that caught personally, but I saw this picture of them being 3M. And I was like, I don't know, man. I'll check when I get them. And when I got them, I pulled them out the box, and I was like, nah, these are not 3M. And then I took a photo with the flash in a darker room, and they lit up like some Christmas lights, man. So there definitely are 3M. It's just very, very hard to see. And Adidas did a great job with this prime knit. So you got your standard kind of 3.0 stretchy prime knit, but the 3M is actually like woven into the pieces of the prime knit. And I guess because it's not white or like some of the other pairs, it's super, super hard to tell. But I'll kind of show you guys in the on feet how they look when they light up, the 3M. Everything else on this shoe is pretty much the same as the other ATRs or the burgundy pair that we already reviewed on this channel. Same thing, man. Same prime knit other than the 3M on here. Moving up, you got your standard rope laces, this ATR kind of lacing style, which is different from any of the other normal Ultra Boost. On this pair, you've got the silver lace tips. No cage on the outside or inside. They are cageless, but they do have the Adidas 3 stripes kind of embossed or bulging out the side there. You can definitely feel it when you run your fingers along. Moving up, you've got the tongue, Adidas branded on there. I really like that part of the shoe. I know a lot of people weren't crazy about it, but if it didn't have that, I feel like the shoe would just look weird with a weird sock collar. So that definitely helps it look great with jeans or joggers or anything you're putting on with them. Sock collar, very, very nice, very soft. If you're wearing ankle socks with these, you're not going to notice any difference. They're not going to be rubbing against your heel or making it uncomfortable. Still super comfortable. On the inside, standard Ultra Boost insole, black. It is removable. Moving around the back, you got this pull tab. It is a suede pull tab, very soft, nice suede there. Moving down to the heel cup, you've got the blacked out Ultra Boost logo, the 3D printed style heel cup there. Doesn't get scratched up as easy as I've mentioned before. And this is one of my favorite things, as you know, when it's all blacked out like that. Boost midsole, all blacked out. Torsion, also all blacked out. Not a fan of when they leave it gray. I just don't like it. I don't think it matches the shoe. And then as I mentioned before, the white outsole. It is a trail outsole on here. So it's like a really thick continental rubber tread type of trail sole there. The white outsole doesn't bother me, but for some people, it was a little bit too deep. Blacked out continental logo on the bottom. white Adidas logo on the toe cap. And that's about it on these, man. There's not a ton to say that we haven't already said about the ATR mids. I love the shoe. I think they're one of the most comfortable Ultra Boost. I feel like they have a little more cushion to them. I did go true to size. I think true to size is pretty much good. You might be able to go a half size down. If you buy an Ultra Boost true to size and you have a little room in there, these definitely have room inside. So if you're one of those people, you might be able to go a half size down and be okay. Because that true to size, I definitely have some room. Not like a room where I'm swimming in the thing, but there's room in them. And I might be able to go 11 and a half if I really wanted to, if I was in a pinch. But for the most part, and for most people, I think you're going to be true to size on these, man. For me, these are definitely a must cop, especially if you live in an area where you get elements, as I've said before. The 3M just adds another reason to cop the pair. This is just a great daily driver shoe, man. If you have a job where you have to wear black shoes or black and white shoes or something that's not as loud, this is a shoe that's going to get you through winter, man. This is a shoe you can wear every single day to work or every single day for whatever you're doing. It's going to give you the comfort of Boost, but it's also going to hold up against the elements, with the prime knit being water resistant and the trail sole. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you have any other questions on them. I can answer for you, help make your decision on if you want to cop or not. Same thing with the iPhone 10. November is going to be a really busy month, man. I got a bunch of sneakers coming, so we're going to have stuff to review. We're going to have stuff to take a look at. I'm not going to be wasting y'all's time. So with all the drops in November, we'll get the wheels rolling again. We'll get things cracking. Oh, also big shout out to the people that came up and said what's up at the Jay-Z concert last night. It was cool to see you guys. Cool to chop it up for a few minutes. It's always cool. If you see me out, man, I'm a regular dude. Like, people are always surprised I respond on Snapchat or I respond to stuff. Sometimes it takes me a little bit, but I always respond. I'm a normal guy. I'm just like you guys. I'm not on no superstar shit. So if you see me in public, come holler at me. Come say what's up. I love just chopping it up and interacting with everybody. So thanks again for tuning in. I love the shit out of y'all, and I will see you fools tomorrow.
Just want happiness. I'm a simple man. Just want happiness. I'm a simple man. Nothing I hear from me goes according to plan. They don't show me no love anyway. Everybody got a role they play. I've been all alone in this place, ain't home. But I know this what it takes to be great. Can't lose my faith. I left my heart down in Dago, but they don't check up on me, so how the fuck would they know? I've been in the studio till 7 a.m. every morning. I've been working hard. I take advantage of these moments that the boy blessed with. Y'all don't see the time I invest, the pain that's in my chest. I could tell I'm getting sicker, but it's legends in the room. All I'm trying to do is still trying to see the bright side. Suffocating from the pressure, I've been trying to swim out of it. Still every night it's high tide. Wave after wave, still trying to see the bright side. Suffocating from the pressure, I've been trying to swim out of it. Still every night it's